finally time for me to get shit done and start filming again. So hi, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Anne and today I'm going to be bringing you my September TBR. A little bit delayed. It should have gone up a couple of days ago or last week, but we are here now and we are getting our A into G because it's been a while. So I've got some big plans for September. So the first plan of September is I have decided to take part in the September TBR takeover that was created by Kelly Black Reads on Instagram. I'll link her Instagram down below. We basically all got into a big group and those groups got divided into two smaller groups of 5 people, I'm pretty sure. We got an extra one, so there was 6 people in our group, which then these people then chose of our TBR what we were going to read for the month of September. So I have my 5 books. 2 are ebook, so I don't own them physically, but let's just get into the picks and who picked them for me. So the first pick was by Bessie and I was expecting her to choose this. First of all, she chose another book, but then I kind of was like joking like, haha, I thought you were going to pick this book for me. She was like, I made a mistake. So the first book that was chosen for me was Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This is book 2 in the Empyrean series. This is the sequel to Fourth Wing. So in Fourth Wing we're following Violet. She has been trained her whole life to become a scribe and work in the scribe quadrant, and then her mother decides that she is going to become a dragon rider because her whole family have been dragon riders, and so much happens within Fourth Wing. This is a sequel, so I won't talk too much about it, but I'm very excited to read this. I've heard many things about this and I've heard some not so great things about Iron Flame, but I've also heard really, really good things, and people have told me that I'm going to sob at the end, so we shall see. Then the next one was The North Wind, and that was chosen for me by Stacey Broadbent. I will link all their channels down below, but this, from what I remember, is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and this is book 1 in a new series. So this is, so inspired by Beauty and the Beast and the myth of Hades and Persephone. This lush and enchanting enemies to lovers fantasy romance is perfect for fans of Sarah J Maas, Jennifer L. Armiger and Scarlett St. Clair. So Wren of Edgewood is no stranger to suffering. With her parents gone, it's Wren's responsibility to ensure she and her sisters survive the harsh and endless winter. But if the legends are to be believed, their home may not be safe for much longer. For 300 years, the land surrounding Edgewood has been encased in ice as the shade, a magical barrier that protects the townsfolk from the Deadlands beyond weakens. Only one thing can stop the shade's fall: the blood of an immortal woman bound in wedlock to the North Wind, a dangerous immortal whose heart is said to be as frigid as the land he rules, and the time has come to choose his bride. When the North Wind sets his eyes on Wren's sister, Wren will do anything to save her, even if it means sacrificing herself in the process. But mortal or not, Wren won't go down without a fight. Ooh, so The North Wind is a standalone enemies to lovers slow burn fantasy romance, the first in a series sprinkled with Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology. I'm very excited, and this works perfectly for one of the prompts for Magical Readathon, which I will talk about a little bit towards the end of this video because I am trying to take part. So the next one was chosen to me by Molly, and she chose Anatomy for me. So this is the one that Bessie actually chose for me, and then Molly chose it when Bessie changed her mind and picked Iron Flame for me. So I think I've talked about this multiple times on my channel, but this is about our female male character Hazel, and then also Jack, who is our male main character. So this is set in Edinburgh in 1817, and Hazel is a lady who wants to be a surgeon more than she wants to marry, and Jack is a resurrection man who's just trying to survive in a city where it's too easy to die. When the two of them have a chance encounter outside the Edinburgh Autonomous Society, Hazel thinks nothing of it at first. But after she gets kicked out of the renowned surgeon Dr. Beecham's lectures for being the wrong gender, she realizes that her new acquaintance might be more helpful than she first thought. Because Hazel has made a deal with Dr. Beecham. If she can pass the medical examination on her own, Beecham will allow her to continue her medical career. Without official lessons though, Hazel will need more than just her books. She'll need corpses to study. Lucky that she knows someone who digs them up for a living. But Jack has his own problems. Strange men have seen skulking around cemeteries. His friends are disappearing off the streets, and the dreaded Roman fever, which wiped out thousands a few years ago, is back with a vengeance. Nobody important cares until Hazel. Now, Hazel and Jack must work together to uncover the secrets buried not just in mark graves, but in the very heart of Edinburgh society. I'm very excited about that one. I definitely think it is a 5-star prediction for me. So the next book that was chosen for me was chosen by Kelly, and she chose By the Orchid and the Owl by Maria Montoya. I've heard so many amazing things about this book. As soon as I joined the Valaris Fixins, the group on Instagram, they've been screaming about this book. I bought it quite a while ago with a gift voucher that one of the girls got me for my birthday, and I've heard so many amazing things about this. So this is: on the island of Eshol, a ruling council gives magic to all its citizens, whether they want it or not. 18-year-old Raina Dre should be excited for her branding when the island's good council will infuse her blood with one of the 5 sanctioned, the ability to wield elements, summon objects, shift forms, talk to wildlife, or manipulate minds. The good council is good. The branding doesn't hurt, and the institution she must attend afterwards to learn how to control her gift is only a little dangerous. Or at least that's what Raina has always heard. As soon as she arrives at the Echelon Institute, however, a peer pressure dare makes her explode with a power as deadly as it is forbidden. Worse yet, the only one who can teach her how to hide it from the good council is Cohen Steeler, a much too handsome 5th-year who can manipulate minds as easily as he breathes. He alone understands Raina's forbidden power, because he has the same one. With their secret in each other's hands, Raina soon uncovers other dark secrets that threaten the very foundation of the island itself. And the worst of them, if the good council finds what lurks in her and Cohen's blood, they'll both face a fate beyond obedience and a punishment worse than death. I've heard so many amazing things about this, and I'm so excited that someone has finally put it on my TBR for me to actually get to. And the last one that was chosen for me was chosen by Emmy. I'm pretty sure that's how I pronounce her name. If I've gotten it wrong, I apologise. She chose The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. I haven't heard a lot about this one, but I picked it up because the synopsis sounded really interesting, and I'm very excited to check it out. So Delaney Myers Petrov is tired of being seen as fragile just because she's deaf. So when she's accepted into a prestigious program at Goldbull University that trains students to slip between parallel worlds, she's excited for a chance to prove herself. But her semester gets off to a rocky start when she has an awkward encounter with a pretentious upperclassman whom she has every intention of keeping her distance from. Colton Price has been ordered to keep far away from the new girl and the voices that call to her from the shadows, but the pull of her proves impossible to ignore, and he can't help but be fascinated by her unusual talents. After a fellow student turns up dead, Delaney and Colton are forced to form a tenuous alliance, plummeting down a rabbit hole of deeply buried university secrets. They soon find themselves up against something old and nameless, an enemy that threatens to tear them apart and their forbidden partnership apart. Sounds really good. This is sort of like a paranormal thriller from what I'm aware of, and this cover is stunning and I'm very intrigued. The next one that I really need to finish this month, I started it in August and I got 472 pages in, and it's A Court of Silver Flames. I'm finally reading it, guys, and I'm loving it. I'm tapping it up so much. I've only got about 250 pages left, so I'm definitely going to be finishing this one up very soon. The next couple I got from the library, and they are part of a secret project that I'm going to be taking part in, and one is Guild by Raven Kennedy. This is a King Midas retelling where we're following our main character. I don't remember, but it's about our main character who is gold touched and one of King Midas's prized possessions, and she's kept in a cage, and he decides that he is going to conquer a new land from what I'm aware of, and he decides to take her with him because she is a prized possession. Something happens where she gets kidnapped, and now she has to figure out what the hell's going on. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm very excited to check this out, and I'm very excited to finally read this because I've had it on my TBR for a long time. I got it from the library, but yeah. Next one is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I've heard amazing things about this as well, and I'm very excited. I recently just read Lights Out, and people say if I like that, you'll definitely like this, and the other way around. So this is about 2 serial killers from what I remember. Every serial killer needs a friend. Every game must have a winner. When a chance encounter sparks an unlikely bond between rival murderers Sloane and Rowan, the two find something elusive: the friendship of like-minded pitch black Stalking across the country, the two hunters collide in an annual game of blood and suffering, one that pits them against the most dangerous monsters in the country. But as their friendship develops into something deeper, the restless ghosts left in their wake are only a few steps behind, ready to claim more than just their newfound romance. Can Rowan and Sloane dig themselves out of a game of graves, or have they finally met their match? I've heard amazing things about this and I'm so excited. I've heard the humor in here is top tier and I'm very excited. So yes, I am very excited. I read the first line when I picked it up from the library and it's pretty funny. So the first little paragraph: being a serial killer who kills serial killers is a great hobby until you find yourself locked in a cage for 3 days with a dead body in the Louisiana summer with no air conditioning. You can already tell it's going to be really great and humorous. The next two I'm going to be picking up is A Quarless, Crill and Lovely by Stacia Stark. Again, this is another one that I've heard so many amazing things about. She is an NZ author from what I remember, and this was gifted to me by the wonderful Kelsey, so thank you Kelsey. I'll also link her Instagram down below. This is a fantasy romance. It is very, very popular and I'm very excited. So let's have a look. Just hours after humans are born, the gods take what little power we have. In return, they protect our borders from the vicious, merciless Fae. The humans who manage to keep their power are known as corrupt, and they are put to death. When my forbidden power is discovered, I'm forced to flee my tiny village and the life I adore. To survive, I make a desperate bargain with a mercenary, a dark and brooding man, whose face I have seen in my dreams. It's agreed that I'll help him into the city, and he'll help me learn to wield the strange dark power I've always kept hidden. The power that may just be the key to my survival. Being the ruthless mercenary is hiding secrets of his own, secrets that threaten the safety of everyone I love, secrets that could tear this kingdom and perhaps even the world apart. I've heard amazing things about it. I'm very, very excited. Then another one that's really, really popular and has just been traditionally published is The Serpents of the Wings and Night. And what I know about this is vampires, and it's sort of like the Hunger Games with the games aspect. Yes, so the Hunger Games meets vampires in this heart-wrenching epic fantasy romance of dark magic and bloodthirsty intrigue. The adopted human daughter of the night-born vampire king, Araya, carved her place in a world designed to kill her. Her only chance to become something more than prey is to enter the Kajari, a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. But winning won't be easy against the most vicious warriors from all three vampire houses. To survive, Araya is forced to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. Everything about Rain is dangerous. He is a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, an enemy to her father's crown, and her greatest competition. Yet what terrifies Araya most of all is that she finds herself strangely drawn to him. But there's no room for compassion in the Kajari, and nothing more deadly than love. Very excited about this. I'm definitely in my vampire era and I'm very, very excited. I do have some other reads that I hope to get to within the month of September. I do also have a couple of beta reads that I'm doing, so I'm currently in the middle of one now for a wonderful NZ author, and then I'm also going to be reading one in the next little while by a Australian author who I read her first book from, really, really loved. So I immediately was like, grabby hands, give me the sequel to beta read. So my voice is going. I haven't done this in a little while. I also think I'm getting sick, so that's not great. But so I started editing this video and I completely forgot that I spoke about the Magical Readathon at the start of this video. So let's do a quick talk about the Magical Readathon. So the Magical Readathon was created many, many years ago by G from Book Roast. I'll link her channel down below. Where this is a twice yearly readathon where we take our exams. So we are in the Magical School of Aurelium and we are doing our exams, and it's so great. I'll link her channel down below. Anyway, so I am going to try and become a dream walker, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and I've got many different prompts that I need to fit. So the first prompt that I need to fulfill is alchemy. So we're studying chemical breakdown, and it's going to be a book that will make you emotional. So what I'm going to be reading for that is Iron Flame, because I know everyone says that this is going to make me cry. Then we have Art of Illusion. It's an image generation, so I have to do a emoji generator, and I got the musical notes emoji. So I'm going to be using Arch's voice for this because music voice, I thought that would work really well. So Arch's voice, I don't really know what it is about, but it is for one of my it's for one of the books on the big project that I'm taking part in. So when Bree Prescott arrives in the sleepy lakeside town of Pillion, Maine, she hopes against hope that this is a place where she can finally find the peace she so desperately seeks. On her first day here, her life collides with Archer Hale, an Iceland man who holds a secret agony of his own, a man no one else sees. Archer's voice is a story of a woman chained to the memory of one horrifying night and the man whose love is the key to her freedom. It is a story of a silent man who lives with an excruciating wound and the woman who helps find his voice. It is the story of suffering, fate, and transformative power of love. So this sounds quite sad. So we'll see about that. The next prompt that I have to do is another one for Art of Illusion. So we're going to be doing False Target, and we have prequel. I'm not 100% sure what prequel I'll be reading for this one, but I'm sure I'll pick one up at some point. I've got a few, I think. Then we have Spells and Incantations, so we're going to be doing some charms, and we've got Dancing Stars. So 5-star prediction, and my 5-star prediction for this is Anatomy, a Love Story by Dana Schwartz. I've already spoken about this one, but I definitely think it's going to be a 5-star. It is featured in my 4-star predictions video, which I recently just filmed. Then we have Psionics and Divination, so Rewind Time, favorite author's debut book, and I'm going to be picking up City of Bones. I've currently started listening to this today. This is a reread for me, and this is Cassandra Clare's first book. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say Cassandra Clare is a favorite author of mine. She's not an author that I generally pick up a lot of her stuff, but I have given most of her books 5 stars. So in my eyes, if I've given an author 5 stars, they are automatically a favorite author. So Cassandra Clare definitely counts for this. I don't really think I need to talk about City of Bones, but it is her first book in the Immortal Instruments series, and we're following Clary as she figures out about the Shadowhunter world. Then we have the next one is for Psionics and Divination, Significance of Recurrence. Same letter appears in the title 4 times, and I'm going to be reading My Roommate is a Vampire. It has 4 M's in the title. And this is about a woman who moves into this house and she finds out that her roommate is a very old vampire, and it's their story, from what I know about that one. Then we have Psionics and Divination. We've got another one, so Intro to Tarot 2. So we've got a tarot generator where I just have to go into the random tarot generator, and the tarot card that I got was the Hanged Man. So I googled this and it says that the Hanged Man is all about sacrifice. So I'm going to be reading The North Wind for that one. Again, it's another one that I've spoken about. And then we've got Lore, which is Iltyrian history. So I've got to read a vampire book. And I'm going to be reading Serpents and the Wings of Night for this one. So fingers crossed that I get all of these done. And I do still have to figure out what prequel I'm going to be reading. But I'm very excited. So yeah, I'm very excited to take part in the Magical Readathon. And a big thank you to G for hosting. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like, comment down below what you're going to be reading in the month of September, and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Bye!